we're going to talk to you about a great way to extend the power, right? What we're going to do is bring you our Link2Home cord reel 25-foot extension cord. There are 3 outlets and 2 USBs. So what you're going to love about this is that when you are decorating, when you're doing outdoor projects, my guest explained it to me really well. He said, David, you would never leave while you would use maybe a music speaker outdoors, you'd never leave it outside during the rainstorm, right? You'd bring it inside. So use this outside when you're outside doing chores and jobs, and bring it inside so it does not expose to the elements. We have 4 great color choices for you to choose from tonight, and this is priced at only $36.48. Since we introduced this item, over 50,000 of them have been ordered. Now, I have this for you in the gray. I also have it in orange up top. See if I can put these beside each other. Make it a little easier to shoot. All right, there we go. So I have gray, this is green, this is blue, and this is orange. You get 3 3-pronged outlets, 2 USBs, and there's also a circuit breaker. So if you plug in too much in this, it won't let you make a mistake. It'll just trip the circuit, much like your circuit would trip at home, right? And then you unplug what's too much, you reset the circuit breaker, and you're back in business. This is quick, it's easy, and it winds up. And boy, is this going to be helpful when you're outside doing all kinds of jobs this fall, getting ready for what promises to be kind of a nasty winter. One of our DIY guys is Howard Irvine, and it's always good to have you home, sir. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Great to see you, David.
This is an exciting item because it does so many jobs and will make life so much easier when we're busy and need to multitask.
It really is. And it's my favorite extension cord.
Tell me why, because you're a DIY guy.
I am a DIYer.
Why is this your favorite?
It is my favorite because it really combines, and a friend told me this, that it combines a power strip and an extension cord in one. It gets rid of the shortcomings of both.
Great.
Like a power strip has several outlets, but it's a short cord. An extension cord is always, an extension cord has 1 outlet. This combines everything. So you have the 320 volt outlets, 2 high output USB outlets, a power switch to turn it off and on, and then a reset if you were to overdraw too much current. And it's not just a 25-foot cord, it is whatever you want. If you want an 18-inch cord, it's an 18-inch cord. If you need a 6.5-foot cord, it's a 6.5-foot cord. There's no extra laying around to trip on. And when you're done, you just simply wind it back in, as simple as that. So it's neat and easy to put away when you're done. It's about 7 by 7 and about 5.5 inches high.
And what I love about this is if I make a mistake and plug in too much, the Link2Home thinks for me.
It does.
Shuts itself off. It trips the circuit, much the way our circuit breaker box would trip at home if it had an overload.
Right. So it's keeping you safe. It's protecting.
And this is the little
extension cord and your tools. Yes. So if you're using too much, say you're using a wet dry vacuum and a circular saw at the same time, or a hair dryer and a curling iron at the same time.
Too much.
That's too much. Too much for any outlet. So it's going to trip. Press the button, it resets, and you're ready to go, and you haven't damaged anything.
You haven't damaged what you've got plugged into it. You also haven't damaged the Link2Home. This is already very popular. In fact, we've taken orders for 400 are already gone. Let me review colors, and then we'll show some more of the great demos you brought in, Howard. This is the gray. I also have it for you in the green. It's a lime green, full admission.
Very pretty.
Then we've got it for you in the blue. And then don't forget, here is that bright and very noticeable orange. Use this if you're going to be outside doing some chores, getting ready for putting things away for the fall. Maybe you're doing some, you've got some corded vacuums, you're out cleaning the car. Maybe you're doing some jobs outside where you need to plug in, or maybe you're just inside and you've got multiple chores going on at one time. Now, Howard, I know you have several children.
I do.
This is an opportunity to get them all involved with something, and you can plug it all at the same time. But if you make a mistake and plug in too much, or I know you won't, but maybe they might plug in too many things, the Link2Home won't let you make a mistake.
That's exactly right. I like to use this in different places, and if you use your imagination, where you can put it is almost limitless, where you can put things. You can use it to relocate an inconvenient outlet, especially if you're in an older home, David. You know that one outlet in the living room is right behind the sofa, and you can never reach it, or behind the headboard. In the home office. In the home office, it's great. And what I love the most about a home office is that you can locate this on the desk. Because in the 1970s and 80s, we plugged things in, they stayed in. Now we use so many rechargeable things. My daughter told me, Dad, I'd like this on top of my desk so I could plug in things just to recharge. I said, what do you mean? She says, I can plug in my laptop. I can plug in my Bluetooth speaker. I can plug in my phone, my AirPods, and then my laptop. Because when you take your laptop with you, you like to take the charger. Now you can just unplug it right there on your desk, rather than crawling under your desk to get things. And then in the workshop is another great place to use it because it lets you, it has that power switch. So if you're changing the drill bit or the saw blade, normally the rule is you unplug it for safety, so you don't
Sure,
accidentally turn
sure,
on.
sure.
Now you can just push the button and
that
power
kills
it down.
the power to the
It kills the
Link2Home.
power, so it's perfectly safe. Push the power when you change that blade or bit, and it's back on. And you can use it in 2 different ways. Here you're seeing it laying flat on the ground. That makes it very easy to plug things in and unplug things. I like to use it that way at the desk or at home in the apartment, the kids in the dorms. But if I'm in the workshop doing dusty, dirty projects, I like to tip it on its side so that any sawdust will fall off past it and not go down.
And not go into
yes.
it. Already 1,000 of these are gone. And let me review colors again real quickly, Howard. This is the gray, but if you want the green, 600 remaining, and then it's gone. We have it in the blue. We also have it in that pylon orange. Whenever I see orange on the highway, I immediately slow down because I know it probably means construction, right?
That's why I like this one for my workshop, because I see it and don't trip on it.
Exactly. I mean, orange is one of those colors that just triggers us to be more aware, right? So don't miss out on this opportunity. We have so many great gift ideas over the next 2 hours and 40 minutes or so. Don't miss out on this opportunity because we've got so much happening for you. This is exciting. You got multiple chores going on, multiple things plugged in at one time. Now, you could use this for decor inside the house. I wouldn't use it outside because you can't count on the weather. But inside the house, if you're decorating, and this can be conspicuously hidden behind a piece of furniture, you've got a lot of plugs, right?
Yes, and then you have that one switch to turn them all off and
switch.
on again, and that makes it convenient too, rather than crawling all around. This is a normal 25-foot cord. It's always a 25-foot cord, so when you use it, this is laying on the floor, getting tangled up. You have to put it away. It only has one floppy outlet on the end. Here, you're getting three-prong grounded outlets, 2 high output USBs, 2.4 amps per outlet. So you can charge up those high draw items.
Turn that to the side, Howard. Let me grab the cord. That's the way it comes out. And this is 25 feet long?
Yes.
Which way am I going? I don't know. Let me go this way. Look at this.
You know what I've found about 25 feet, David? There is no place in my house, garage, workshop, basement that is more than 25 feet from an outlet. So I always have enough cord.
That's enormous. You got a lot of room. And then if you need to wind it back up, how does that work, Howard?
You just turn the crank on the back. There's no knobs, springs, or switches to break. It's just putting your hands in these 2 slots and winding it up.
Now, obviously, this is a manual process. I didn't tell Howard I was going to do this, so that's why he's working at it a little harder.
Dave. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. And then when it's all wound up, it's so easy and neat to store, to stack up on a shelf. There's no more tangles, because when you've wound it all up and you need it again, simply pull it out.
It's perfect.
Just like that.
Don't miss out on this opportunity. We are very, very busy with this item, and 1,500 of these, sir, are now gone. Many people are buying more than one. Great gift ideas. So if you're looking to pick these up, let me encourage you to do that, because in this show alone, 1,500 gone. 700 more people on the phone lines, and since we introduced this item, 50,000, make that 51,000, almost 52,000, have been ordered. So everybody is understanding that having extra outlets plus USBs, because everything requires a USB now, is going to be so important. And these are fast charging USBs?
Yes, 2.4 amps, so you'll be able to charge up your tablets without not having enough current. And I just tell you, David, usually the extension cords and power tools are my wheelhouse at home, but as soon as my wife saw this, she says, "Ooh, I like that." And the next thing you know, there were 3 boxes showing up from QVC. Now we have 4 of these at my house because they are a favorite. They are my favorite extension cord for all the reasons we described. Having the outlets, having exactly the right length.
Everybody is excited about them. In fact, now we've taken orders for almost 2,000 gone in this show, and we still have over 700 people waiting to place an order. Howard Irvine, it's great to have you back, sir.
Thank you,
Nice to have you home, which is always good. This is V36802. Now, I do want to let you know that we have just literally a handful of our Today's Special Value trees remaining from Bethlehem Lights. Our final